Okay, yeah, so they could already hear. I don't even think I'm gonna sit there and let the whole pre-show. I don't even think I'm gonna go through. Oh yeah, did I read?
Y'all are going to jail.
I did change them.
Bruh.
Yeah, I changed them. Hey, my buttons are working.
Jail.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I need that one there.
Y'all are going to jail.
Even though it's funny. Yeah, I started moving some buttons around and I was trying to figure out like what felt more natural to use. So like, let me see.
Man, fuck that. I said what the fuck I said.
Okay, yeah, I could get rid of boom too. I don't need that.
Keep that. Why?
I gotta get rid of these sticky things because these are not the right numbers either anymore. I think I'm just gonna abandon
Man,
this.
fuck that. I said what the fuck I said.
Why?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Who said that?
Who said that? Who said that?
You having fun there?
No, I say that on Clubhouse all the time. That's my favorite. Who said that?
Oh, yeah.
Who said that? Yeah, you needed my. So yeah, I gotta get rid of boom too.
Ma'am, Mrs.
Yeah, I can move that too. So these two can move. Let me see. What do I need to move up?
Did I lie? Did I lie? Did I fucking lie?
Horny nigga detected. Horny nigga detected.
Wait, why did I download that one?
Round of applause. I get active, little baby. I
Man,
get active for real. Bitch, you made me mad, bitch.
Oh my god.
Bitch, you made me mad, bitch. Oh, now we gotta go. Oh, now we gotta go. Oh, now we.
Why do I have that one here?
That shit I don't like. Get you some mental help, ho.
Okay, yeah, that definitely needs to move up.
Get you some mental help, ho.
Yeah, that gotta move up.
You could never.
Yep.
Don't nobody want you, don't nobody need you. You're a dummy, bitch.
Yeah, that gotta move up.
Think you trying me? I think you really trying to fuck with me?
Bitch, what you looking fool? Nobody's telling you that.
Oh yeah, I gotta move a lot of these
See me,
up.
ya bitch. I am here. Yes.
Girl, shut the fuck up. You thought you ate.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
Man, fuck that. I said what the fuck I said.
Oh, now I got it twice.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Okay, I could get rid of that. So yeah, I gotta move some stuff around. I gotta continue to move some stuff around. Oh shit, now I was not on camera this whole time. That's wild. Hello, how is everybody? It's been some time.
What up?
I've had a lot of things going on. Your bitch was tired. I was exhausted. I had another cert to go get. I had things to go do. And then work has been... Like, I don't understand how I go from having less things to do every day, but more exhausted. Like, I don't have class and work anymore. Like, I've gotten rid of class. So my whole morning has opened up. However, all I have the energy to do is lay in the bed. Oh, can you turn that camera a little bit? It's turn it from the top, not the bottom. The camera. Hold the camera. Turn the camera just a little bit to see more of the lamp. So whichever way you gotta see more of the lamp. Keep turning. If you gotta loosen the thing. But
Nah, that's as far as it can go because you can see the lid.
you know, you move the lid over. Fix it so you see the camera and then move the lid out the frame. Please and thank you.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, that's much better. Much better. But yeah, so and then there were days that I was supposed to do the show. Like last Wednesday, we were supposed to start, but then I got distracted by talking to people, and I ended up recording something with them. I didn't do it on camera though, but I did get a pretty interesting conversation. I had some friends on my phone, and I hooked it up to my roadcaster, and because you fell asleep, and I ended up having a conversation with them. But I'm gonna figure out what I can do with that content, because it was shit. Actually, today's little kerfuffle could have been content too, but I don't necessarily want to do that to people, because you know sometimes things get a little too personal.
Yeah.
When people have like back and forth, and you don't want to make somebody's feelings fodder. So it just was a moment that I do want to explore at some point, because I do think that conflict resolution as a whole is something that people don't spend enough time talking about or spend enough time cultivating like skills in. And so I do want to go on record to remember to come back, circle back, follow up and close the loop on conflict resolution as it stands with interpersonal relationships. But I say all of that to say, as it is Sunday, my thorn of the week is that I've had the misfortune of seeing situations like that play out more than once this week. Shit, more than once today. I mean, it's with the same person. But still, people go too far, and rather than just admit in both situations, rather than just admit, oh, okay, I went too far, I stepped out of bounds, let me get back in bounds so we can maintain a harmonious interaction with each other. But once people go out of bounds and then they're told that they're out of bounds, to watch them not once but twice refuse to acknowledge their out of boundsness is really, really, really troubling to me, because I usually don't hang around people like that, especially not for long. That's usually, if I see that in somebody, that is the beginning of the end. And I hate that. I've seen this play out one too many times. I know this story cover to cover. Once I identify that in a person, that is the beginning of the end of me and that person. And that would make me so sad, because it's something that I feel is just so easy to fix. I can't see your face. I don't know what you're doing over there. No comment?
I'm listening. I thought you had more to say. But yeah, you're right. Like, the signs are always there and shit. So it's like, if somebody shows you who they are, it's like, okay, it's basically up to you what you want to do with it. Either leave that person where they at, or
that makes me so sad.
Yeah.
That makes me so sad. And maybe in another place, because I had to leave, the convo so that we could actually start somewhat on time. But I do want to have a talk with all three parties, the person who's the common denominator and the two other people. I do want to speak to them, because they could very well just be like, oh, well, I said it, I mean it, and I don't give a fuck if we don't ever talk again. And they'd be like, all right, well, I guess that's where we at.
That's unhealthy, and that's not even a friendship.
Right. But my hope is it could come to a place of, you know what, you're right, let me reach out and apologize to this person. That is my hope. Like, that is what I hope can happen. I'm not going to argue for it to happen. I know that. I'm not going to force it to happen. But I would like it to happen so that I can continue to be in community with said people. Because if it doesn't happen, it's not gonna go well. It's just for me. Let me say that. Let me be on record of saying, for me, it is not gonna go well, because I'm going to have to remove myself. I'm not gonna ask the person to change. I'm gonna remove myself,
Yeah.
And
That's what you ultimately got to do.
yeah. So, what was your thorn of the week?
My thorn of the week. I was mad exhausted from work, like, and I felt like I didn't work. I worked regularly, but it was just like, damn, I feel off. Like, I felt off this whole week, feeling exhausted and like, I don't know. It was like an off week for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, what have you been doing that's out of the ordinary?
Not much. It's just like I felt like way more sluggish in the middle of the week.
It's just is it a weekly thing? Like, is it something that happens cyclically?
Nah, it just like it was just one of those weeks. I just felt like, I felt like crap. Like, I came home knocked out. It was like I didn't have the energy for anything, basically.
Oh yeah, I was feeling like that I've been feeling like that a lot too. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I have less stuff to do, and for some reason, I feel less motivated to move and do stuff. Like, when I was scrambling around trying to work and give presentations in class at the same time and do all type of shit, for some reason I had all of this energy. But then there's been a couple of nights that I can say that I was up till like 2-3 in the mornings. One time I was out, which was last night, and then a couple of times other just in the week I just was up 2-3 in the morning, like on my phone scrolling. So I thought that could be it, and so I've been trying to get myself back on a sleep schedule. Oh damn, I left my journals. Oh wait, but okay, never mind. Yeah, so I'll say that, but I will say my rose of the week is I got back in the gym. Yes. It's been a long time, and I embarrassed the hell out of myself because this is the first time in a long time that I have not been able to complete an entire exercise. Like,
Hidden failure is a good thing. It's a good thing.
It is because I found out that I gained 10 pounds, and I'm a little concerned because I'm a little too close to my heaviest, and I don't like that because when I was at my heaviest, I was in I was in a relationship, but it wasn't the best of relationships, so I just was fat. But I don't want to get back to that place again because coming back from that took a long time, and I don't got that kind of time. So I want to catch myself right here. And then I was looking at pictures or videos of me from like 2022, and I'm like, yeah, at 2022 I could see the difference between, because from 2020 from 2018 to 2020, it wasn't that much change. From 2020 to 2022, it's like, okay, yeah, bitch, you've been Uber Eats and spending that stimmy money quite lovely. But from 2022 to now, it's like, oh, girl, what are you going through? Like, is you cool? Like, are you good? So, yeah, I definitely need to get my ass back in the gym regularly, and that is what my plan is. What about you? What is your rose of the week?
My rose of the week is same thing.
Oh, okay.
Being more committed.
Okay.
That was one of the ways. I think that was one of the reasons of my exhaustion. I was like, you know what, let me rest and get back to working out and eating healthier and all that stuff.
Yeah. See, the thing about it is that I tell people this all the time. I say, I look forward to, like, I've gotten to the point of working out where I look forward to the like the soreness. Like, I don't, not to say that I don't, not to say that I enjoy it, but I don't dread it the way I used to when I first used to work out. Like, when I had first started working out and it was like I was sore, I remember that being a big struggle of mine. It's like I spend so much time trying to recover from the soreness that I wasn't going to the gym as often as I should. But then I eventually got to a place where the soreness is like, okay, yeah, now at least I know now that's where I'm getting to work, and I look forward for that. And once I stop feeling the soreness, it's like, wait, maybe you doing too light, maybe you could up it, and blah blah blah. So the soreness kind of gives me, the points and where I need to work and what I need to work on, and so they kind of guide me into what it is I need to do. So I've just been hype about that. I was supposed to go to the gym today, but like I said, I went out last night, which is also why I sound like I smoke a pack a day, because I was out, drinks and hooks with the homies, and was doing way too much. And then didn't realize that daylight savings ended or ended. Yeah, daylight savings ended or started. Yeah,
I
started.
changed my clock an hour ahead.
And yeah, because I was like, how the hell did it get to 4 a.m.? Like, how did we get here this fast? It was just because it was literally like at 1:30. At 1:30, my one of the girls we were with and her mom, they were like, oh, we're gonna leave because they was going to another event in Brooklyn. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then the next thing I knew, they left. We partying it up. By the time I look down to it and everybody is like getting ready to leave, it's 4 a.m. I said, now where the fuck did 3 hours go? But then I realized it was only 2 hours. We ended up gaining an hour midway through that. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't feel as bad. 'Cause I was about to say, how did I just go time blind like that fast? I was a little concerned. But yeah, so I said, I noticed in watching, because I was watching the clips because I got to start doing the bios. I never introduced the show. Like, I've never said, hey, welcome to the Extraordinary Show. It's me, T. Marie. Like, I've never gone through, like, an official intro. And I don't think I have one yet.
I mean, probably get that started.
Yeah, we're already double digits in, and I don't have a... Because, like, for my old show... Well, not my old show, but for my other for my podcast, let me say that.
All right, so let's keep that noted then.
Yeah. I need something because I usually say, yo, and hello, it's me. Just call me T. Marie. Welcome to another episode of the Common Culture Podcast. Yeah, I need a tagline and I need a theme song. Actually, that's what I need to do. I need to call. Oh, it's late at night. Maybe he don't want to talk right now. Next, I'm gonna call him tomorrow. I gotta call my homie. It's 2 people that I have in mind to do the theme song. So I gotta call them and see. I need some music. But yeah, so today you sent me some stuff from Le Twitter, your favorite place on the internet.
My favorite place?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give a premise on it. It's a 20v1. It's 20 conservatives versus a left winger by the name of Sam Cedar. He's an actor, political commentator, and all that. Jewish guy. But very informed, I must say.
Like when you say informed, what do you mean?
Like he knows his stuff. Like political commentary. Like he's the real deal.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So he basically did a 20v1 here.
Which came first, these 20v1s or the black people 20v1s?
I can't honestly tell you, to be honest.
Because the fact that they're both the same type of content, but yet they vary so severely in context.
Yeah, one is debating.
Scares me.
Yeah, one is dating.
Because why do the black people have to be ignorant with why do y'all choose to be ignorant in 20? Because Pop the Balloon, I could see, and this is a tangent, but Pop the Balloon, I could understand. There is class, there is structure, there is decorum. 20v1 is ratchet unleashed. And I don't like it. I don't like anything about it. Even when like Jubilee or channels like that
do it. Jubilee.
Yeah, even when they do their like swipe dating or like the on the spot dating shows, even when they do things, there's a certain level of class about them when they do it. But for some reason, the people who do these 20v1s, they're just incessantly ignorant, and it bothers me. But that's a tangent, so I'm not going to speak on that no more. So let me go ahead and get this transitioned. Alrighty, so you said Sam Cedar.
Nice little reference. That's what the topic is here in this case.
Oh, really?
Trans issues. Gender affirming care.
Oh, look at me being on point.
Because the traditional dating system was built on white wealth and government.
All right, why are you talking?
You just cut the line.
Word. Where is that? Okay, so this is a gotcha moment because you believe the problem is much bigger than this. than it is. Sam Cedar showed 20 Republicans that they don't know how few kids actually receive puberty blockers versus how big they make the issue. Alrighty. On Joe Rogan's podcast, Matt Walsh claims that millions of trans people are on puberty blockers until a fact check suggests that the true number is less than 1,000 per year. Ugh. So do we have to watch this one first?
No, fuck Matt Walsh. We want to watch that one.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is, but all right.
I don't think there should be laws or legislations dictating people or imposing laws to manipulate children, for example, to castrate their bodies at such a young age.
You know how many children received gender-affirming care, but broken down into puberty blockers and then hormones?
Give me the numbers.
You tell me. I'm curious.
Well,
because,
I'm curious because you're bringing it up.
No, I have the numbers.
Okay, tell me.
I do.
Oh, wait, no. Why?
But I'm curious if you know.
Tell me.
So this is the thing, right? I hate when people do this in debate. You bear the burden of proof when you bring a which. Ah, damn! I used the wrong. Never mind. I won't even say it. You bear the burden of proof when you bring up a point. It's not for me to know the stats for what you're bringing up, because that's not my stance. My stance has nothing to do with that. If this is your stance, you should be able to have that number right at the forefront of your brain.
True. However, this is him being confident because he actually knows it. Like I was mentioning earlier, he wants to.
He knows it, or he knows it.
No, he knows it.
No, I'm talking about this guy.
Yeah, Sam. He knows what the number is.
Oh, this is Sam Cedar.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Oh, oops!
Yeah.
I thought he was the other guy. Oops,
No,
never
no,
mind.
no.
Okay.
The other guy is the conservative.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I read the room wrong. My
Yeah,
bad.
that's all good.
Okay, never mind.
What the
I
numbers are.
promise to tell you after you tell me what you think it is.
I'm not gonna play that game.
Because I have a feeling
We're not playing
you
this
think it's-
game.
No, I am playing this game.
Wait, that guy
because
is a
I think
conservative?
you think
Yeah.
it's much higher. When you tell me that kids are being castrated, I know you don't really know what these numbers are. And
almost-
I do know these numbers.
Okay, well, I can tell you this much.
What?
It was reported.
This is the conservative?
Yes, this is one of the 20 conservatives.
The dude dressed like a hipster?
Yes. They got the hipsters.
That scientifically
The one with the man bun?
Yes,
They're not letting him in.
They got the hipsters.
They're not letting him in.
They probably not.
They're not letting him in. He can't sit with them. He can't sit with them.
Shit, he might be Latino, so you're right.
He
might
can't sit with them. Is he okay?
every single child who has received gender affirming care, about roughly 50%.
And no offense, you look like you would have been one of them.
Of them regret it, and 50% of them are suicidal because of it. They're actually more depressed because of it.
How many
wait,
of those
wait.
kids?
There was a fact check. I didn't read it. Shit. Studies on the subject often suffer from researcher bias and
Methodologic.
I don't know how to say that word right now. Errors, including inadequate follow-up, imprecise measurement, and poorly chosen sample bases. Doctors agree more research is needed. Okay, I mean, to say 50%, yes, that's big of a stretch, but I do know that there is a percentage of them who do detransition and who do express regret. But to hyperbolize that to say 50 is kind of crazy, because even I know two people. And in my two people that I know, one person detransitioned. They went from being femme to being a mask presenting lesbian, and then detransitioned from that and came back to being femme heterosexual. And then there's another person that I know that they were soft. What do you call it? Soft stud. She was a softer but still presented mask. Still maintained some of her feminine traits as far as like hair, face. I don't think she did her nails, but she still kept a softer look about herself. And then at some point decided to transition fully into male, had top surgery, changed their name, changed their identity, all of that good stuff, and is still, as long as, you know, the last time I checked, is still living as a trans man. So there goes my two people. I can't use them and say 50%. That's my 50%. It would be dumb for me to run around and think that because of those two people that I know, and that one is okay and the other one was like, nah, I'm good, that now I could run around saying that 50% of them were suicidal and regretted it and blah, 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 blah. So until there is an actual study done, I don't think it's okay to be running around with these quote unquote stats. I don't like it.
50% of them are suicidal because of it. They're actually more depressed because of it.
How many of those kids? How many?
A psychologist,
How
by the
many
way.
over the course of 5 years?
Well, tell me.
You tell me.
Tell me.
Just give
I
me
know
a
what you're trying to
ballpark.
do. You're trying to put me in this chokehold of like,
No, I'm
I
not trying to
gotcha
put you in a
moment.
No, this is definitely an I gotcha
No.
moment, because I'm suggesting to you that you think this problem is much bigger than it is.
It is a huge problem.
Okay.
Medi-Cal, you know, Medi-Cal covers inmate trans women.
I understand that, yes. And I know
medical coverage.
one person has had that surgery.
I don't
ever.
understand how my taxes should go for an inmate prisoner who wants to transition.
Well, I think because we got to do health care for prisoners,
Gavin
and you
Newsom-
don't consider
Gavin
it real
Newsom-
health care. But
Gavin
hold on, I
Newsom
don't want
has
to get
imposed
listen,
$2.6
it's
billion in
900 kids
2022.
over 5 years.
That is a lot of
received
children.
Puberty blockers.
That is a lot of children.
900 kids.
900 kids over 5 years?
It's not that much.
Hold on.
Gemini's right there, huh?
Oh, yeah. Gotta get used to that.
How many kids had gender affirming care over the last 5 years?
Ooh.
You all right?
Word. Not me failing a typing test. I could read, but I can't type. Goodness gracious. Over the course of 5 years. A study showed that oh, wait a minute. 5,700 children have had gender affirming surgeries from 2019 to 2023. That's a larger number than 900.
Wait, what was his?
900 kids.
No, go back to what he said.
Over 5 years.
That is a lot of
received
children.
Puberty blockers.
That is a lot of children.
Oh,
900
puberty blockers. Oh, why does it keep coming to this video? It wants to watch this video so bad.
How many kids have had puberty blockers over the last 5 years?
Okay, can I edit this? Yes. Oh, puberty blockers. What is wrong with me?
How many take over?
Okay, 926 adolescents with gender-related diagnosis received puberty blockers from 2018 to 2022. Fewer than 1 in 1,000. Yeah, that's what I wanted. The stats like this: fewer than 1 in 1,000 U.S. adolescents with commercial insurance received gender-affirming medication, puberty blockers, or hormones during a recent 5-year period. So fewer than 1 every 1,000. That's mind your fucking business numbers. Mind your business. Mind your business. So what? So what if that's what they do? Mind your effing business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. This, I didn't even, so I've had these conversations before. I didn't know it was that low. But I know it was low enough to know that niggas need to mind their business.
It's like 1% of the population.
Mind your business. Because I heard it, no, but I actually heard it from a trans woman. It's a trans woman online. I believe it may have been T.S. Madison. And it was talking about how it's literally less than 3% of the population that identifies as trans. Less than 3%. Mind your business. They have nothing to do with you. Mind your business.
Facts.
Like, what is so hard to mind your business? But it's something, I forgot what they call it the what do they call it? The children crushing machine, or something. It's the orphan crushing machine. So basically it's like this idea, and I don't think that it directly relates to this, but it's something that but it does. There's a parallel. They're making something bigger of a problem just so they could come and be like, oh, I'm going to fix this problem. But why are you making this a problem in the first place? This is not a real problem.
It's a distraction.
Right. It's the bizarro version of the orphan crushing machine. Because why are you making less than 1 in 1,000? Come on, you've got to be kidding me.
AB 547 just passed, including gender identity to allow children to be separated from their parents.
And I hate when people do this. Don't just keep talking because you're wrong. Like, you hear me giving you facts to tell you how you're wrong. Listen and ingest the facts. Just talking over me while I'm trying to tell you where you're wrong. Like, okay, if you believe that it's more, let me help you. Let me help you understand that it's not. And then that way we can both move on from this, because that you can't argue. You can't argue that it's more than 1 in 1,000. But now we have to argue, is less than 1 in 1,000 enough to be upset about and making all this noise about? Because at this point now I feel like you're advertising. Now I feel like you talk about it so much because you want more people to do it.
They just live on the internet.
Or that.
It's just due to not affirming their gender identity.
But here's the point. Listen,
wait,
Trump.
That dude in the back is a conservative?
Yes.
Bro, what is y'all are not, y'all can't sit with them. Y'all cannot, what is going on? You can't sit with them.
Yep.
Am I bugging?
You're not bugging at all.
You cannot sit with them. Do you know what conservatives? Oh my goodness.
How is he hurting these people? He just rescinded the ability of the Labor Bureau to investigate discrimination in workplace. Are you for trans people being discriminated in workplace?
They're never being discriminated.
Are you for trans people being discriminated with housing?
I'm very passionate about that question, and can I answer it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I believe that affirmative action should be...
It's not affirmative action.
Oh, then what is it?
It's anti-discrimination.
Bingo.
Well, actually, but what is the difference between affirmative? That's what I need to know.
No, anti-discrimination.
What is the difference between anti-discrimination and affirmative action
in the workplace?
Okay, so anti-discrimination focuses on preventing unfair treatment based on protected characteristics like race, gender, and religion. It aims to ensure equal opportunity by prohibiting discriminatory practices. Essentially, my voice is cracking. Essentially, I should have got that tea. It is about creating a level playing field by removing barriers to access. But this is this sounds like it's describing affirmative action. Laws like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 are fundamental to anti-discrimination efforts. Then it says affirmative action. It goes beyond simply preventing discrimination. It involves taking proactive steps to increase. That's the difference. So that's why white people don't like it.
Well, white women benefit the most from it.
Right, but people are not upset with white women
because they weaponize it against black people and minorities.
No. What I'm saying is they're okay when white women. It makes sense that white women would benefit from affirmative action more because nobody is going to object to taking proactive steps to increasing opportunities for white women.
And they probably benefit from DEI too.
But taking proactive steps to increasing opportunities for black and brown people, they're going to have a problem with that. White people don't care about how, well, you know what, let's give the white women more access to things. Let's allow them to have, seats at more tables. Not you. Not y'all. Not the rest of y'all.
Basically, that's how it is.
So that's why they're so anti-affirmative. I never understood why, but this part, proactive steps to increase opportunities, yeah, I could see why they would be anti that. Of course. It aims to address the lingering effects of past discrimination, and these steps can include targeted recruitment, outreach programs, and considering diversity as a factor in hiring or admissions. So yeah, I can see why. Because leveling a playing field is like separate but not equal. We could be okay with that. We could be okay with separate, not separate but equal.
But it creates the foundation and to make sure people are treated and judged fairly in the workplace.
Yeah, but this is creating a level is subjective.
I mean, of course, but
because they can argue subjectivity.
I'm saying, but basically, affirmative action is an expansion of that, basically.
Right, and that's why they don't like it, because they like the gray area of leveling the playing field.
I mean, either way,
affirmative action makes it so where your level is measurable. We have to see it. We have to visually be able to see that 3% of your workforce is black female, 4% is black or Latino male. We have to see that you have a certain number of disabled people working. Like, you have a number and you have to hit it.
Yeah.
But if you don't give them a number to hit, then they can kind of just be like, well, we allow everybody to apply. They just didn't make it. We allow everybody to show up for the orientation, but not everybody is chosen. So it makes it make a lot more sense now. And I wonder if I'm the only person who's just now putting those pieces together, because I feel like maybe people already knew that, but this is definitely new to me. I always knew why. I always knew that they hated it, but I never knew why.
I mean, if anything, they would get rid of both. To be honest,
but anti-discrimination, you can't necessarily get rid of it completely.
No, I'm saying,
because then you would have everybody mad at you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So you got to be okay with letting certain people in, and then you have things like this where it's like, no, this is to keep. They want to get rid of this to be able to keep certain people out. A simplified way to think about it is anti-discrimination is don't discriminate. Affirmative action is take steps to create more opportunities. Yeah, this is work.
Yeah.
This is work, and this is work that they don't want to be a part of. And that's telling of a person's character. Anybody who is very anti-affirmative action, there's something wrong with your character. And I think people need to think about that more. But yeah, focus, goal, and nature. Anti-discrimination focuses on preventing negative actions, and affirmative action focuses on taking positive actions. Anti-discrimination aims for equal opportunity. Affirmative action aims for equitable outcomes. And my shoulder's hurting again. And anti-discrimination is probably about legal prohibitions, while affirmative action involves proactive programs and policies. Yeah, I need my shoulder to stop hurting, because now I'm starting to get worried. No, I'm serious. Cause
keeps them icy hot too.
Yeah, I might need that.
Alright,
because I usually don't go for stuff like that, but sometimes you need it. But okay, alrighty. I mean, I think that's very interesting. Let's see what the comments got to say.
He also has a YouTube channel that's.
Oh boy, not somebody else on YouTube.
No, but he does like news and current events and stuff like that.
Okay, maybe I might watch him, because I do need. I told you before, I do need some sort of news content. Actually, let me mess around and follow him on here, since this is my new Twitter.
Yeah, he even talked about going on this. He was like, he regrets going. Like, it was a waste of his time.
I feel like everyone who has common sense regrets going and doing this when they do it. Every time I see Sam Cedar debate, I understand more why all these conservative grifters are afraid of debating him. One is too many. Okay, mine. This is why conservatives don't care about facts or telling truth. They just care about nonsense rhetoric. Dude got more gay tendencies than the people he's mad at. I know I wasn't blind. I know I wasn't blind. Because I was like, wait a minute, sir. Relax. What's alarming is hearing younger people repeat the same Rogan and Fox nightly talking points. They claim to be tech savvy. They don't know how to use Google. These are all facts. These are all facts. See, it's when I see comments like these that I can understand. Like, okay, I'm grateful that people get it. I'm great, but then again, these are whose followers are these? Oh, these are somebody else's followers. Okay, good. Yeah, because if it was just his followers, then I'm like, oh yeah, of course they're on his side. But this is somebody who probably is in the middle.
Yeah.
So good. People. See, these are the types of followers I aim to have. Like, this is the type of community that I want to build. Critical thinking people who can see things for what they are. The facts are the facts. Your feelings may alter how you view the facts or how you ingest the facts, but that doesn't change what the facts are. And if the facts are less than 1 in 1,000, mind your effing business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. This is not even a conversation. Give me any stat where you would be like, oh my gosh, there's one, I don't know. Well, I don't know if I could say that. If there's less than one faulty tire every 1,000 tires that are created is not a problem. Less than one faulty cars produced out of 1,000 cars produced is not a problem. It sucks for that one unlucky person, but it's not a problem. Company. I don't even think that, but the amount of things that people manufacture and there's just one that isn't up to code and it breaks or it melts or it doesn't work anymore, it just shuts off. Do you think that they really feel the heat of, oh my God, I bought this thing and it broke on me or whatever. And then 1,001 comments are like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Do you really think they're going to care about that one or less than one? Like, come on. Mind your man bun dude is so far behind in the race. He thinks he's winning. He's getting lapped. Oh man.
By a near 60-year-old. That's crazy.
I mean, but it's just this idea of people just want to be right. And I don't know where
egos and too fucking prideful.
I don't know. How did we get here?
America.
How did we get here? It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's the American mindset, unfortunately.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, are y'all this terrible that you can't admit when you're wrong? Like, that could have been a great conversation. That could have been a very conversation. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. That was interesting though. This is the type of shit you be on Twitter looking at.
I mean, I found that when you was doing the Clubhouse, I was like, let me share this.
Oh.
This one's from earlier in the day.
Okay. Damn, it's just putting all my business out there. Damn, hold on. Let me get this screen together because I could have swore did I not set these up?
Mm-hmm.
You just watched me create this Twitter. Oh, I guess I have to refresh each screen. Okay.
I think you're good.
Yeah, I'm good now. But it was like it had all my, because Gmail tells all your business. So every email I've ever owned every time I open it, it's just a long list.
So today we're going to talk about a more ideal dating model. and traditional for black people because the traditional dating system was
this
built
should be
on
good.
white wealth and government handouts that excluded us.
Oh. What is going on? Why are you not working?
So today we're going to talk about a more ideal dating model than traditional for black people because the traditional dating system was built on white wealth and government handouts that excluded us, right? So this means regardless of what we pick, 50-50, 100-0, none of those are going to work because black people experience economic theft, unpaid labor, and social instability at higher rates. So we need a system that prioritizes fairness, stability, and collective power in a relationship. So I call this the Black Legacy Model. It's a framework designed to counteract systemic barriers, redistribute labor fairly, and build generational wealth for us. Because black love can't thrive under a system that wasn't made for us.
First of all, let me say, I'm not gonna say that. That's gonna be mean. It's unnecessary, and he's talking real shit. So let me not.
Okay, good.
So here's the first core pillar: financial partnership. It's not who pays what. Here's why the traditional model fails. Black men have been locked out of wealth building, right? Redlining, mass incarceration, job discrimination, and black women had to work and run households, double labor with no recognition, and that wasn't sustainable, right? White couples succeed because they inherit assets. Black people often inherit struggle. Here's where the legacy model fixes it. Income-based contributions. Whoever makes more pays more without resentment, period. That's the end of that discussion. Economic flexibility. If one partner is in career building mode, the other one provides stability. But the goal is long-term balance, right? Asset accumulation over consumption, right? Stop the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Prioritize home ownership, investments, and life insurance. But financial transparency and education. Talk about money openly. No more financial secrets or struggling in silence. Right? No one should feel like a provider or a burden. We are building together, right? This is a building together. The second pillar is the redistribution of labor, fairness over gender roles, right? Here's why the traditional roles fail black couples. Black women do more unpaid labor, housework, childcare, emotional labor, even when they work full time. Black men are expected to financially provide even when the system puts them at a disadvantage, right?
Damn it. Why does this... Do we need another screen?
So today we're going to talk about...
Because it doesn't make no sense.
If you live there, you clean there. If you eat, you cook sometimes. Labor, housework, childcare, emotional labor, even when they work full time. Black men are expected to financially provide even when the system puts them at a disadvantage, right? That kind of creates an emotional tension. But here's how the Black Legacy Model resolves this. Labor is shared, not assigned by gender. If you live there, you clean there. If you eat, you cook sometimes. Emotional labor is recognized and reciprocated, right? So if she listens to your struggles, listen to hers. If he needs reassurance, give it too. It really is just about helping each other. No one partner is overworked while the other coasts. Balance is what creates longevity.
But this seems like common sense, no? Like, I mean, why does it seem
common?
But why does this seem so revolutionary right now? Like, I'm sitting here hitting the bell. And I'm like, hey, but wait a minute. This is just common sense. Like, some of us have already understood this, but we're not finding people who are, like, as you come to this understanding that this is what it should be, how are you not finding the other people who understand that this is how it should be? Or maybe, let me not speak for other people, because some people have been married and some people are married and some people are living this exact example. So some people have figured it out. Why have the masses not figured? Like, why is this like the fact that
because they're not watching stuff like this. They just
but I didn't have to watch this to know that this stuff makes sense.
I mean, people dictate their lives off the internet too, you know. So they don't exist in the real world.
Bruh. It is not your feelings, right? And this is also another thing, that childcare is a partnership, not a favor. A father isn't a babysitter, he's an equal parent. We got to start actually just talking about the level of accountability we need to have given how far we've, gotten. The third pillar is community and family investment. This is the village approach, right? Here's where the American model failed us. White families accumulate wealth through generational support, right? Inheritance, business connections, housing assistance, right? But black couples are expected to do everything alone, often while supporting extended family, right? The reverse. Here's how we fix this. Okay, family and community support. Raising kids ain't just on the parents, grandparents, aunties, and trusted friends contribute. Group economies, pulling money for investments, real estate and business ventures, right? Elder and child care strategies.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, this is something that I understand a little bit of why we don't do it anymore. And somebody said that, actually, that's somebody who we got to talk about at some point. I want to watch one of the content creator Dante, what's his name? Dante Kyle or Deontay Kyle. I don't remember, but he has a podcast. What is it? Grits and Eggs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he was talking about it. He was talking about the reason why we don't do that. And he basically broke it down to say that black people treat their own like custies. Like whenever you figure something out or whenever you develop something and you want to target or market to your people, you treat them like crackheads. You treat them like fiends. You put the price so high and you do it under the guise of saying, oh, it's just that addictive. Like, you know, people need it that bad, they're going to pay for it. Like, people want to get out of poverty so bad, they're going to pay $1,000 for my real estate course. They're going to pay $1,000 for my day trading course. They're going to pay however much money for my conference. They're going to pay, you know what I mean? Like, you same thing with hairstylists. I don't know when we got to the generation, and I think we talked about this last time, the generation of hairstylists who, or maybe not me and you, but I did have this conversation where they are
on expensive
they're setting their rates based on their lifestyle. It used to be that hairstylists did hair. That was your job. 8 hours, 10 hours, however many hours, you were responsible to do hair. These people want to work 2 clients a day, charge them both $500. Now you made $1,000 today, and I don't have to work no more. And that's not how you're supposed to do your own people.
It's like crabs in a barrel.
No, I think that's worse. This is worse than crabs in a barrel.
No, I mean, I'm saying this is what this is, a form of it.
I think it's worse. I think crabs in the barrel is an emotional response to certain things because you're all in it together. And so how would you dare step up? Well, I think I got to flesh that thought out a little bit more before I say it. But I think there's a separation between crabs in a barrel and this. But this seems to be this idea of I'm going to exploit and treat my people like, you know, I'm going to treat my help as product and treat my people as the fiends. There's an issue with that dynamic and moving in that manner, and I do think that needs to be because there's a reason why black people don't allow community to help raise their kids, because people are preying on kids in the community. You're doing nefarious shit, and rather than hold the people who do the nefarious shit accountable, you sit around and want to protect them and make excuses for them and tell people to ignore them. And it's like, no, if this is happening, the community as a whole needs to protect that child. If the idea is protecting the children, community it takes a village to raise a child, then the village should also protect that child from anybody in the village who is doing things to harm said child. It's not okay for the village to want to turn a blind eye to the child being unprotected. That doesn't make any sense. And so we pull away from family members. We pull away from building that community. We pull away from trusting each other. And that's why you have people all trying to make it work on their own, because they would much rather struggle on their own than risk relying on somebody and they letting you down, and there's nobody there to hold that person accountable for letting you down and hurting you in that manner. So I'm gonna listen to what he gotta say, but I also understand the opposite side of that coin as well for why we don't do it. I just want to know, how do we get to a point where we can learn to trust each other again? When do we get to that point? When do we get to that point? Because after watching another video, if you can be a black kid with blonde locks and a spiked choker on, talk about you're a conservative, and you could be a hipster, glasses and sweater shacket wearing, man bun having, gay cusp presenting person talking like they're a conservative. If they can accept everybody on the conservative side, then the black people really, really, really needed to get it together. Like, for real. Like, for real. It don't make no sense. But I digress.
Black families can create in-home support systems, right? If we move like a community, we stop struggling like individuals. If we move like a community, we'll stop struggling like individuals.
Wait.
And business flexibility, wealth over wages. Here's why 9 to 5 keeps us stuck, right? Black people are paid less for the same work, promoted slower, and less likely to inherit the business, right? We have the work till you die mentality, and it keeps black men and women exhausted with no long-term gain. Here's the truth, right? Instead of just working jobs, black couples should build businesses and assets together, right? Skill-based labor sharing. If one person is great at managing money and the other person's great at networking, both contribute in ways that build wealth. Career growth without straining the relationship. One partner should never feel like their dreams are a financial risk to the family. That should never happen. A black couple should be a wealth building team, right? Not just two people trying to pay bills together, right? But not every city supports black couples equally. Okay, so some places have better opportunities, lower costs, more black wealth potential, right? So Atlanta, Charlotte, Houston, DC, Detroit, you got options. Like you can actually pull this off, right? But there are some cities that are really bad for black couples to try to develop in and resist systemic barriers, like New York, San Francisco, LA, Boston. The environment you build in matters, right? Choose a city that allows you to thrive.
I disagree with New York. New York is quite possible.
Explícame.
In terms of home ownership, New York is a terrible place for that, I think. I mean, there's opportunity there, but there's better.
Who says you have to own a home in New York?
No, I'm saying in terms of that, like, but I'm saying in terms of opportunity in New York, there's always opportunity in New York. You just have to know the right person.
I don't think I agree. I don't think that New York has enough accessible wealth building jobs or industries that doesn't require or that doesn't have a large barrier of entry. New York.
I mean, but you could also build wealth and assets in New York still.
How?
Well, you can anywhere. I mean,
how in New York specifically? If you don't have access to the tech field, the finance field.
I mean, the finance field, you can have access to it.
Huh?
I mean, the finance field, you can have access to it. That's what I'm specifically talking about. Like,
how can you have access to the finance field?
through investment. That's how you build wealth.
How do you have access to investment?
You said how?
Yeah, how?
I mean, there's multiple apps that you could use, that you could pull from to build that type of wealth.
Okay, what do you do on the apps?
You said what I do on the apps?
What do you do on the apps?
You basically invest on whatever stock or whatever ETF that
How
you're
do you
trying to
invest in stock? Because I feel like you're not getting the question that I'm asking you, so I'm walking you there slowly.
Oh.
How do you invest in stock?
You gotta have money to invest in stock.
All right then. So where are you getting money, extra money, excess money to invest in stock if you're working for $16 an hour, but you gotta pay $1,700 in rent? Where are you getting this money to invest in stock from? Unless you have access to tech jobs, which are high paying, finance jobs, which are high paying, healthcare jobs, which are high paying, you are not able to survive in this manner.
Oh yeah. That I agree with. Like, the person that works at Walgreens can have the opportunity.
Exactly.
True. I'm saying it's there, but I agree with what you're saying too.
It's there with a high burden of entry, and I think that we have to acknowledge our privilege in that manner. And I think that that's also a part of the conversation that people never really get to is acknowledging your privilege. Like, if you're privileged enough to make a certain amount of money, if you're privileged enough to, even just doing the little part-time gig that I'm doing right now, I have access to being more comfortable there. I'm more comfortable there because of my privilege of being highly educated, to where I can problem solve on my own. I don't have to really call managers for every little thing. I'm able to solve certain problems and come up with certain solutions as need be. I don't have to go to somebody because I can't think for myself. However, and also because I was privileged enough to spend a lot of time doing public speaking and things of that nature, I'm able to always be able to communicate in a professional manner with these people to where I'm not always getting in trouble, and I'm not thinking that my job is always at risk because I'm constantly getting evaluations, or I'm constantly being told about, my tone or how I talk, or I'm constantly being complained about. I'm hardly ever complained about at my job. And I do the barest of bare minimums. The barest of bare minimums. And that is a privilege that I have because of where I've been and what I'm experienced in. Some people I know for a fact struggle on that job, because when I get certain people's notes, I'm like, what in the world what is going on? Between the grammar, between the punctuation, between the spell, just between how they explain certain things, it don't be adding up. So people gotta check their privilege. So I agree with him. I do think that New York not only sucks because of the pickings, but it also sucks because of what you got to put up with.
I mean,
where else did he say?
Minimum wage is $15 an hour. So
I gotta go back.
Areas like New York, San Francisco, L.A., Boston.
Boston, I don't know if I agree.
No. He's right about Boston. Those are one of the most expensive cities in the country.
Really?
Yeah. It's not New York, L.A., and San Francisco, but it's definitely up there.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, and I've spent significant amount of time in Boston, and I didn't even got that vibe. But I mean, I'm open to being made wrong.
The environment you build in matters, right? Choose a city that allows you to thrive, not survive. Because black couples aren't surviving, right? Like we can talk about how black couples.
Are we talking about another black migration?
To the south? Why would anybody do that right now?
Why not?
Well, Texas is about to get expensive. Florida is about to get expensive.
I would never go to Florida, but
yeah, and all
Texas,
the
I mean, not Houston, but Austin and Dallas. I've definitely been hearing things about Austin and Dallas, and I think I may I've been, I don't know. I might want to visit. I might want to see what it's giving. I don't know. I might want to. Know what I mean? I don't know.
I know, you don't pay, what is it, federal taxes or income tax or something like that in Texas?
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's something like that, but you got to pay another tax that they don't tell you that you have to pay out there. So, and plus, things are getting expensive out there, too.
We're used to it here in New York, all the taxes we pay. It's probably... shoot, to a New Yorker, whatever that is, the extra tax is over there, it's probably still a blessing no matter what, because it's less than what it is over here. So why do I care?
No, because you're going to pay, property taxes higher out there.
Because you have more space and more property. Hello?
Yeah, but I'm saying it doesn't help their economy is what I'm saying.
I guess, yeah, I suppose.
Aren't thriving. But if I pointed at a dead animal on the side of the road and complained that he's not thriving, what were my expectations? So here's the final blueprint, how the Black Legacy model works in action. Build an economic partnership first, right? Romance second. Money stress kills relationships. Get on the same page financially early, right? Balance labor fairly. No one should be overworked. Household chores, child care, emotional labor should be distributed, not dumped on one person. Create financial safety nets, life insurance, emergency savings, multiple streams of income. This is just to avoid survival mode.
That's a fact.
Right? This is just so y'all calm down.
That's a fact.
Ownership, entrepreneurship, and group economics keep us struggling forever.
I wanted to say.
Right? But we need to...
Back to my New York point. That's what I'm saying. You can do that here in New York is what I'm saying. But again, not everybody has that opportunity or privilege. That's all.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Again, you gotta check your you have to check your privilege.
True.
Prioritize long-term wealth over that short-term struggle, and really build a community that supports your relationship. Relationships thrive when they aren't isolated, right? So find like-minded black couples, invest in networks, create spaces where black love is nurtured and not drained. Black love is an investment, not just a feeling.
Hello?
And I think that's something our community never considered. They never understood that when you're participating in black love, right? And I'm just meaning this from the bottom of my heart. You are investing in the survival of our community, of our ethnic group, of our race, of our journey, of our bloodlines. That's what you're doing, and it's that significant. That's why it's a power move. The American dating model was never built for us, so let's just build one, right? The Black legacy model ensures that both partners gain from the relationship instead of being overworked or used, right? This isn't about who pays the bills. It's about making sure neither of us are struggling, because a Black couple really isn't just a love story. It's just a power move.
There's more though. There's more.
Okay. Now he was talking that shit.
Dr. Umar who?
The Black dating
Oh,
model is built on
boy.
economic exclusion.
Oh boy.
Oh, there's something about him that came out recently.
I saw. We'll talk about that on
The Black
Wednesday.
dating market was built on economic exclusion, right? I need y'all to understand that. There's nothing that a Black man or Black woman could do to cause this, right? I'm gonna walk y'all through it and break it down so that way we can have a conversation. So the thing is that Black people were set up to fail. Y'all keep acting like the problem is Black men versus Black women, but like we woke up one day and just decided to hate each other. No, the real problem is that Black men got systemically robbed, Black women got systemically locked out, and then America told us to date like white people, right? In a system that was never built for us to win.
That's a fact.
Right, so let's just start with the facts. Black men weren't allowed to build generational wealth. Every time we tried, they stole it. Tulsa, burn. Rosewood, burn. The GI Bill handed to white men when Black men got scrapped. Social Security literally excluded Black workers at first, right? Facts. So white men got free land, free houses, free education, and a head start. Black men, you know what they got? Job discrimination, mass incarceration, and redlining.
I think I saw this
but somehow
one
we're expected to
on
be providers in the
Instagram.
same way.
I
How?
was looking for it on Instagram.
Yeah, I think I saw
right?
this
Like
on
that's the
Instagram.
conversation that Black men are trying to have. But hold on. There's another conversation that's going on at the same time.
Or at
Black
least a
women
part of it.
weren't allowed to build financial security either, right? They couldn't own property for years, right? Couldn't even get a bank account without a husband
Hello?
or father signing, right? Got pushed into domestic work that paid nothing, right? So, and they were forced to be main caretakers even when they work full time. So now they're exhausted, right? Because America expects them to work full time and be full time caregivers, unpaid.
Hello?
No development, nor growth. Are you seeing it? Right? The American dating model was never for us. The American dating model does not work with Black couples. The reason why white couples prospered back in the day was government handouts, one income households that only worked because government backed the wealth. The government was acting like somebody's wife. Right? And Black people never got that. Okay, so instead of fixing the system, America just told us, work harder. Black men stop being so broke. Black women stop being so independent. Just fix the decades of exclusion that got us here. Okay, just fix the road that took us here. And we'll stop walking on it. Okay, so Black men were never allowed to build wealth. So the struggle to become they struggle becoming the providers America expects them to be. That is all that happened. Okay? And the lack of sympathy that we're being encouraged to show to each other is just wrong, right? Black women were forced to work and do unpaid labor, so now they're exhausted and don't want to carry men. Period. That's it. Okay. Black women could not be paid to work, but had to. Do you understand that? You Black men, we at least got to have the land stolen from us. A Black woman would have never got that deal. Okay, she would have had to stay home her whole life. Had to find a man her whole life. Okay, like that isn't normal, bro. You didn't need to go find a wife to be able to succeed in life. You didn't feel like that. Okay, and I hate that I have to explain it, but we're not the enemy. Both are struggling, but instead of fixing the system, America just makes us turn on each other. So if we're going to talk about Black dating struggles, we have to talk about how economic exclusion created relationship insecurity in the first place. Stop blaming each other. Start blaming policies that rob both of us.
No, that's a fact. And it's so crazy because he sounds like somebody that's been on Clubhouse for the last 5 years. Or no, who was on Clubhouse the first 3 years and then got off and developed this. Because I love this idea of the, what did he call it? What did he call it? The what was the beginning of this? He said the Black something. I like.
So today we're going to talk about a more ideal dating model than traditional for Black people, because the traditional dating system was built on white wealth and government handouts that excluded us. right? So this means regardless of what we pick, 50-50, 100-0, none of those are going to work because black people experience economic theft, unpaid labor, and social instability at higher rates. So we need a system that prioritizes fairness, stability, and collective power in a relationship. So I call this the Black Legacy Model. It's a framework
Black
designed...
Legacy Model. I love that. I love that. Yes. I love that. I love that. And who is this person? He single-handedly gives logical solutions to aid. But see, I don't know, why do people not know this already?
Because people are fucking stupid.
Oh my goodness. Hold up, let him cook. A lot of good points, but I feel like he glosses over relationship dynamics in general. Most women like provider and protectors. How do we break barriers for black men?
He did not pay attention to what he said, though.
At all. Because but it is hard, and that was part of the conversation I was having earlier. It is hard as a woman to override your natural attraction to something that may be wrong for you, for your lack of attraction to something that is going to be the best decision you ever made for your life. Like the amount of times women have said, "Oh, just go date a white man. Oh, just go get you a foreign, go get you a white man. Go get you a old man. Oh, go get you." If I could, I would have been gone already. Like, I would have been gone. Oh, that's not the sound I needed. Like, I could have been gone. Like, and it's funny because I told a story about how when I was in my mid to late, like I was like maybe 27, 28, around there. It was before I turned 30. I had met this older white guy. He was like maybe 37. He was close to 40. Let me just say that. Mm-hmm. So I was close to 30. He was close to 40. He was a immigration lawyer. And great job, great stability. I found him relatively attractive, but I just did not feel comfortable. Like, I didn't, and as much as he was like, yeah, I've dated black women before, yeah, da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third, he knew black culture, he knew black, what you call it, and he was a ginger. No, I love me a fucking ginger. But it was literally like, had I been able to turn off everything in me that makes me attracted to men, I would have been a kept woman, married with kids right now, today. But I couldn't. For the sake of just, I couldn't do it for me personally. I didn't like the things I thought when I was out and I would see people see us together. It was just so much that I was like, you know what? I as much as you hear people say just go and do it, you have to actually go and do it and like it for that to have really been you. I couldn't do it, and I know that that's not for me.
It wasn't, I mean, you said it right there. It wasn't for you. But life's too short as well at the same time.
It is. But to say that, I say that to say this, it is not easy because now 10 years have passed and I don't feel like I regret it, but it's like, damn, my life could have been so much different. And I'm still sitting waiting like, all right, but I still have hope that I'm going to find a black man that is going to be all of those exact same things. Maybe not the same exact profession, maybe not the same exact, age dynamic, but there is going to be someone who the same exact life that I feel like I could have had with that white guy. I feel like there's a black man that I could have that exact same life with. And I was willing to sit and wait. Now, some may say it's dumb because 10 years have gone by. Now you got to worry about fertility and this and that and blah, 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 blah. I get it. But it's not that easy to just turn that off. It's not easy. And it's not like I was expecting him to be... It's not that I was expecting him to be anything. I just was not comfortable. And it just was not for me. And I think that that's what a lot of women experience when it comes to, like he said, dating for stability, for economic growth, and then the feelings come after. Because he did mention that, and I wanted to talk about that. I don't remember what part of it was, but it did mention that. And y'all could probably go back and watch it. But you have to prioritize what matters more. Grow to love people. I think that's the whole purpose of relationships. Because I get into these arguments with people all the time about, oh, you can't commit to somebody until you know them, until you get to know everything about them. I'm like, yeah, but you could spend your entire life with someone, and on their deathbed, they can hit you with a secret that they've kept for the entire time that you would have never known about them unless they felt like telling you. So this idea of getting to know somebody or getting to know everything about a person before you commit to them and start on the Black legacy model is ridiculous. Do your values align? Do your goals align? Now, can you find things about that person that you deem attractive? Now, how can you build on that foundation? That's how I look at it now, at my big grown age.
No, I agree with all that 100%, because that's how it should be. You gotta have a vision.
I mean,
you gotta know what you want at this point. You can't just be fucking around with anybody random, because there's no time for that.
And I think that that's a thing, but I don't believe that people are showing up.
Because people are so stuck into themselves that they don't consider the other person.
Because, like, I hate to keep using me as an example, but I feel like I don't have the luxury of pretending to be something I'm not. I don't even believe that I'm capable, because too much of me leaks through even when I do try to. Like, even in spaces where I do try to keep certain things about myself under wraps, or, you know, try to keep certain things away from being exposed, it'll still come out. I mean, you've seen the switch up when I'm working between having casual conversation and then who I have to be for that. But I couldn't imagine being my whole life as the person I am at work. I would hate it there.
Oh, anybody would on some real shit.
I would hate it there. But I just don't understand how we get to this point where it's like people just can't. I don't know. I'm very. But I want to look more into this. The Black legacy model. I love it. I never understood this. Wait, what? It's crazy because so many people have said the same shit, but now y'all are eating it up. I said that. I've said that.
The right messenger came through.
But see, in the beginning, I was going to stop myself because I was going to try to discredit him as the messenger.
Are you bugging for that?
I mean,
I get why, but still.
I mean, but again, now I would think it's way easier to meet a man who thinks like this and who looks like this, and then sprinkle him with the black wife effect.
Y'all are going to jail.
That's not what I meant to hit, but yeah, I sprinkle him with the black white effect. Stop sprinkling the white men, the corny white nerds. Stop sprinkling them with the black wife effect. Sprinkle somebody like him with the black wife effect. Because he already has the good foundation. He's just lacking the aesthetics. He's a house with a good foundation. Now you got to renovate. And I don't think that that's wrong.
It's not at all.
I don't think that that's wrong, but I stopped myself. I didn't want to discredit him as a messenger by talking about it, but he definitely needs a haircut. But
I mean, yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying.
I mean, he probably live in the South, so you know how expensive barbershops be out there.
I'm just saying he needs a haircut, or at least never mind. Let me not do this. Bad. I'm not gonna do that. But no, I agree. I don't know why all of a sudden. Oh yeah, see somebody else. I hope somebody puts him on Deontay. Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Let me go ahead and follow him on here. But yeah, he's in the same lane. I wonder if he posted that clip here. And he only started coming up on my. Oh,
that Dochi nonsense.
Yeah.
A lot of hurt men's feelings, acting like little,
We got so much to talk about.
acting like little hoe ass niggas.
We got so much to talk about because so much has been happening in my absence. But let's see, how long have we been on so far? Because I am getting a headache. Okay, oh my God, I don't think I have an hour in me. All right,
so Joe and Elon next Sunday?
Well, no, Joe and Elon would have to be on Wednesday because I told you Wednesday is going to be our deep dive days. So Joe and Elon on Wednesday.
All right.
Damn, 3 little videos took up an hour and 20 minutes. That is crazy. Damn, I talk a lot. This is what happens when I go on a break. I come back just yap.
Some good content though.
Any closing thoughts in what we experienced today?
F conservatives. Shout out to Sam Cedar. Majority Report.
I was
his
about to
YouTube
say,
channel.
I'm gonna have to go look him up and get more familiar. I don't know if I want to claim him just yet.
No, well, yeah, I co-sign him. Majority Report. That's his joint.
Who the hell is you?
Huh?
I said, who the hell is you? Talking about I co-sign him. I'm kidding.
I'm chopped liver right now. That's my stuff. Man. Like,
I'm kidding.
I'm out of here. Like, that's my stuff. My feelings hurt.
But yeah, I need to get back in the gym so I can get my energy back so I don't have to take as long of a break anymore. I can actually come and get things done. And I still got to work on getting these clips. You know what? Let me just put it out there because I'm going to end up clipping this and maybe putting it on social media. Mm-hmm. If you're an editor, if you are a music producer, if you are a brand and you need an ambassador, go ahead and email me at lfnprod@gmail.com and let's collab. I am, always a proponent of building out before building up. And so if I can get a solid team of like affiliates who I can promote you guys on a regular basis, you could give me stuff to, either promote as or, try or demo or whatever. I'm with the, Shiznai. If you are an editor and you're looking for practice and you're looking for something that's, easy, because I tend to be easy to edit. I'm not difficult. So, if you're looking for practice and you're looking to up and come, I would love to collab and give an opportunity to talk about you twice a week and tell people how great you are for creating our clips and all of the things. So, yeah, and again, if you're a music producer, we need an intro and outro. And, yeah, this is me not being a strong, independent woman and me asking for help. Okay, so give it up. And on that note, I shall see y'all on Wednesday for sure. I'm gonna see y'all Wednesday for sure because
Peace.
The breaks is over. All right.